One time, I think it was in the wrestling room, I was throwing a ball at someone. Nate comes out and right in front of me, point blank in the face, blasted him. Glass is gone. I felt like he ran in front of my dude.
Welcome back to another episode of the Little Grain Bryce podcast. This is episode 21. Yes, 21. We're all 21.
Yeah.
In both mind, heart, and spirit. Okay, welcome back.
Sure.
We got a fun-filled episode for you. Hopefully the technology stays with us and works. I saw this thing. It was a study. They did. They do all kinds of like these like studies on like how people react like with money and stuff, and it was a bunch of extremely wealthy people, and they were going clothes shopping, and it was a bunch of all these like marked down like $10, $15 clothing wear and shoe wear and stuff, but they marked them up like $200, $300, and they had a bunch of like these wealthy people come in, and they were like asking them, hey, would you pay $300 for this? Would you pay this? And they were all like, yeah, this is worth like $300 and all this stuff. But it was only worth like $10. And all of them were like convinced. They were like, yeah, this looks like a $300 shoes. And it was like, yeah, would you pay $300 for these? He's like, yeah, 300. Yeah, 300. Yeah, I'll buy it. And it was like, and it wasn't just like one person. It was like everybody that came in was like it wasn't even, they weren't even thinking about like the quality of like the clothing.
There's no way I'm paying $300 for a shirt.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Could you imagine like buying like, say like you bought a $300 pair of shoes, but then like you're walking out in public and somebody's like, yo, I bought those for $15. Those are good. That's a good shoe. And then it's like, no, these are I bought these from here. And it's like, nah, you dumb, man. Look it up. And then it's like, he's thinking he's wearing like $1,000 shoes or something, and they're actually like $15. I think
buys them from Wish and gets them for like $5.
Yeah. I know the first thing for me, if I want to buy something expensive, like if I know I'm buying to see, I always will look it up ahead of time. It's always been a thing. Like,
you gotta think.
Yeah, how much does it actually cost? Can you get it somewhere significantly cheap? That's always been a thing. Sometimes online usually things are cheap.
You don't want to like risk it.
Yeah.
It's
around.
Just funny because like out of all the things, I would have like suspected that somebody like would have just been like called him out and be like, wait, this doesn't look like it's 300. Like no one questioned it at all.
There wasn't
like we didn't even
what was the
care.
sample size of it?
Like it was, I want to say it was probably like 200 people.
Not one.
No, nobody. Like everyone, or at least none that were in the video. I mean, they could have selected them out.
Oh, it was a video. Okay.
Yeah, but all the ones that they pinpointed, like the one lady was like they handed her shoes that were like $1,000. But in reality, they were only like $15 or something. And she's like,
you can instantly tell.
And she like held it in her hand and was like, yeah, like these, I could wear these. And I was like, oh my god, like nobody knows.
Buy a pair of Walmart shoes.
The value of any.
For $1,000.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can't, like they wouldn't have known.
I think like way back in the day before there was internet, it would be super easy to. But like the sad thing is like people do look things up constantly. Like that video, that's why I feel like. It's hard because it's not like an official experiment. Because did they do any like actual? Like, was there like an actual written report, or was it just a video?
It was basically in the form of kind of like a documentary, kind of informative. There was like a narrator and stuff. It was a quick. You know the series Brain Games. You know how they do like bits like that. It was like one of those bits.
Okay.
It wasn't from Brain Games, but it was one of those like bits. It was like 5-10 minutes, but it was really interesting because everyone was like coming in and they were like. And it was just like one right after another, and it was like, "What do you do for a living?" And he's like, "I am CEO of bank something," and then it's like, "And what are you wearing today?" He's like, got all this stuff, and he's like explaining. He's like, $2 million for this jewelry right here. And then they were like, "How about that? Did you check out the local?" He's like, "Yeah, I was going to get that." And it's like, "You know how much it is, right?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "That's high quality stuff you got there." And it was like all this like, it was just like all, but it wasn't just like one or two people. That's what it was like. Most of the people, or at least the people. That's like what I said though. Like it was the people that they were showing. My guess is if anybody like did call them out, that they weren't gonna post. They weren't the one gonna make the video. They probably got cut out. But
and I think
that'd make a good video if they did.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of variables. Like, first off, in the video, was it mostly older people that were doing it? Did you see younger people kind of falling?
It was mostly like older.
Yeah, I was like I think a younger kid's gonna older. Yeah, like a kid will be like, "Oh, these aren't Nikes. Well, they're probably not worth that price."
Right. Yeah. It was mostly like. Well, you got to think about like the rich. You're usually not like making bank at age 22. Yeah. Unless this podcast takes off and yeah, we'll see.
You don't get any.
Yeah. I see so many like stories on TikTok. It kind of breaks my heart because I feel like there's a lot of people out there that put all their eggs in one basket and then it doesn't work out and then they're ruined. And like there's a lot of people on TikTok that are just like, people don't know the power of TikTok. Please like my stuff and I'll like get me to Los Angeles and stuff, like all this like let's like yeah, like please like share my stuff and all this stuff. It's like this, I don't want to be this in college. Please just like give me a chance. TikTok. And it's like, well, it's not really our job to like,
that's for
to make you succeed.
It's almost kind of like a destined thing. Like
if
you make good stuff and you get good like views and stuff, then it's like good job, but like don't beg.
Yeah. I was gonna say like hard work kind of pays off, whereas like people aren't dumb. They can see if you're working hard or not. That's why I kind of get mad a little bit sometimes with my music, where it's like, bro, I can't believe you tried so hard for that. I was like, what? I'm in my basement alone, taking like 3 days on a beat. Like I am doing it for fun. I'm not. He's like, your career is over if that's the best you can do. It's like, I mean, like, all right, yeah, you're right, man.
Who would say that?
Yeah, who would say that? Nobody in this room.
We should have someone on the podcast.
We should.
Say something like that.
Yeah, we should have just like a roast sesh. Like come and try to roast me, and then I'll just be like, step in the ring, bro.
It wouldn't be that hard.
No. You're just like Owen brings out like a scroll of like stuff. Yeah.
He's preparing. Like he never prepares for a
BMW
podcast.
driver.
He's like, bro, age 1. I'm like, what? And he's like, yep, I got everything.
Ask your parents before.
I got subtopics. And if you refer to this PowerPoint, it just goes like picture. You can show the picture of me where I'm like in the box, or I'm like
the homeless man
in Spanish.
I guess you having handouts too, giving everyone a handout for the
little pamphlet.
Thank you for coming to the roast. Yeah, the freaking. It got to the point in high school where it was like there were so many. Well, I've told you guys where it was like even the teachers hopped on board that way. It's true. It was like Mr. Snare. Oh my god. The one time Holland had Mr. Snare for class, I think it was like freshman year, and she sits down. Right.
No home maintenance.
Yes, it was something like her first year. She sat down, and they were doing roll call, and Mr. Snare like was going through the names and stuff, and then he's like Holland Williams, and then he walked over to her desk and he goes, "Are you anything like your brother?" She's like, "No," because we're like polar opposites. But then he's like, "That's good, because I wouldn't want to catch you playing Clash Royale in my class." And I was telling them the other day, I was like, the one time he was like, "Bryce, get off Clash Royale," and I just looked at him and I said, "It's Clash Royale." And the whole class lost it.
How I played in his class.
Yeah. Well, no, dude, between that and Halo, I didn't do anything. You know what I mean? Like, there was Halo multiplayer and stuff. This was in computer animation, which was even more of a just free-for-all.
Mr. Kane, that...
I had...
Or the other one. The one like... The one that looks like the penguin from Madagascar. No, not Madagascar.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Surf's Up. Yeah.
He's gone.
No, it's Mr. S. Or
Stive?
Yeah.
He died.
What?
No, he didn't.
No, I know.
He looks like
terrible.
He reminds me of a penguin from Surf's Up.
His hair's really curly and blonde.
He was cool though. I liked him. He's really good at photography and drones and stuff. Yeah. Why did we ever find out like why we got switched? That was weird.
Only we did.
Yeah, why did our like last name like get switched to a different person? I think it's probably because Nine Temp had like the other kids. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, but going back on your topic about like people just spending money on stuff, I was thinking about like name brand items. People going to like Walmart, buying name brand stuff. Where like, I guess most of the time, for example, like Walmart, they have the wavy potato chips, like Walmart brand. It's literally like I would say they're better than Lay's brand.
Yeah.
Lay's is like 2 times
I don't
more.
really like
but I
Lay's
actually,
chips.
yeah, I like the Walmart brand. Like they're
Yeah.
probably one of the best like potato chips I've ever had.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Like, I would say the reason I fall into that like trap is because it's like trust. Well, it's like, the reason I buy Adidas today is because I've been buying Adidas since I was 2 years old.
Yeah.
And they've been pretty good. It's like, well, you're paying an extra like $20 for that pair of pants, and this is just as good. It's like, yeah, but I trust the brand because of what it's done for me in the past. And I mean, and then you're just like, well, you're not even giving it a chance. What?
You wear Puma too, though.
Something? Not really. I don't usually wear Puma.
You worn Puma before?
When I was like
I wear Puma shoes before.
1. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Do you remember? But it's like this for shoes too. Do you remember, like in high school, how often our shoes would blow out?
Dude, in football,
All the
blowout.
time, dude. The one time it was like it happened during class.
During gym class, my shoes exploded.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mine too.
me too.
I
That's the
like,
one you like juked out Nate.
Yeah, I did. My foot went through the shoe and I fell.
yeah, the one time we were playing, it was that like crossover between basketball and
Yeah.
soccer. Yeah, mine. Yeah, I like
missed
kicked
speedball.
the shoe. And the whole thing just ripped out, and the shoe ran up my leg and was like around my knee. And I was like, "Whoa!" And I was like, "Holy crap!" And I like slipped on the floor. It was, but that happened to me like every 4 months. My shoes would just explode, and yet I would still.
Banana.
yeah, and it's also because of the way like I run.
And you're
It's just
kinda
like
on your
weird.
toes.
Yeah, I don't know. I put too much pressure like on the edge, and then it just.
Yeah.
Like in 3 months, it was terrible. Same with the soccer cleats. The one like game against McDowell, I slid tackled and the whole shoe like ripped out from under me, and I like came over to the bench. Was like, I think I'm gonna be out the rest of the game. I don't have backups.
Didn't you not get cleats for a while though?
Yeah,
And it was just flopping.
yeah. I would like tape them up. I was like, I was like, Coach. I was like, I'm fine. Put me in. And I'm like wrapping the shoe. The whole shoe's covered in tape. And it's like, and then the other one would go, and I'd like run over the sideline, and be like, come on. It was like a war zone. They'd like drag me out, and then I'd tape up, and then I'd go back in. I mean, I wasn't like this like esteemed soccer player, you know. I was like,
But
yeah, this was like, yeah. Actually, the game, I don't like to tell people this story, but the game I broke my collarbone in was JV.
What?
Yeah.
I could have watched. Wasn't it raining?
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's
it
what-
was
I was in the bus.
It was against Franklin.
Taking shelter.
You got
And we
killed
played-
by a JV kid?
We played the varsity game, and I actually did not bad in that one. But then we played JV, and I was steamrolling the kid on the edge. I was like triple his speed, and the coach was right next to the sideline. You know when you play wing, it's like right next to the sideline. Well, the Franklin coach was screaming at him. He's like, "You gotta keep up with him," and he's like trying his hardest, like sweat dripping, it's pouring, and I was running circles. It'd be like if you and I raced, but I was just running circles around the kid, and he had to compensate somehow. And yeah, he took out my legs. And I went boom, and then I broke. And then I ran over the sideline. Dan was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, he's like, "Oh, okay." But yeah. Yeah. It's yeah.
It happened.
Yeah, there were a lot of complications with just like sports in general. I remember. I think it was. I'm trying to remember who it was. If it was you two, Matt Ball. I think it was you. You would always dive.
Yeah.
For the bases, and I remember the one time you like hurt your knee. What?
Even when
He dislocated his shoulder.
yeah,
And then I then I destroyed my elbows.
And I was gonna say yeah, and then you like dove for a catch and like just elbow
I have
gone.
loose bones. Still.
Clint, I remember every time he'd kick the ball, it would hit the light, and the light would like break. And, like,
that happened when we were
go
in, after school.
I was like, can we just not like break
destroyed.
ourselves or something else for
Dude,
like
you gotta be a
5?
gym class hero.
Yeah, every
how it is.
class was an
Sacrifice the
opportunity
body.
to just
Yeah.
yeah. I feel it, but yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. The one time, I think another collarbone story. The day I got my sling off, I asked Mr. Graham. I said, "What are we playing?" And he goes, "We're playing dodgeball. I don't know if it's a good game for you to get right back into. You've been out for." And I was like, "I think I'll be okay." And it was a dodgeball game with volleyballs.
Oh no.
No, I was doing fine actually. I had healed pretty well. Like the lady that I went to in Erie, it was like a sports medicine place, and she said like I was doing like the stretches with like the door thing, and I was doing pretty well. It was pretty much all the way healed, but I got out and I was walking over to the sidelines, and Mr. Michael Schuster comes over and beams me right in the collarbone with a volleyball after I had already been walking out. I was out and I was like walking to the sidelines. It was like the classic dodgeball where like once you go out, you wait for someone to catch it and then you come back in. And I was literally just walking over and he goes, boom, and he goes, boom, and I like fell to the ground and everything. I felt like I'd broken it again, but I was fine like 5 minutes later. But oh my god, worst pain imaginable. It was like I broke it all over again. I was like, I'm gonna kill you. I'm just gonna kill you, bro. I'm sorry, you better run.
I remember the one gym class. It was me, you, and him, and he just freaked out on you. Remember that?
Yeah.
Why?
I think he ran around
so
the
many
track
gym
because he was
stories.
that upset.
He fell over the
hurdle.
The hurdle? Yeah.
He fell over.
He jumped over it the wrong way and then he fell.
And then he fell, and
You make fun of him?
I didn't make fun of him. I just looked. I looked over and I said, "Yo, Mike, what are you doing?" or something. And he's like, he could tell that I was like laughing my ass off. And then he was like,
didn't he try to fight you?
He like stepped up, and then I was like, "What are you doing?" And then he kind of just took out his anger on the track, which was weird because when you're angry and you're running like, I don't know, it was a bad image for him. He was like, "It's okay." Well, there was another time too where he got hit in the face with a dodgeball and his glasses split in half.
Oh no!
And both of them went opposite sides of the gym, and he ran after. It was actually a kid in Eugene's grade, Taylor Winslow. Do you remember? And he ran after him, and he hit him. And Taylor picked him up and shoved him up against the wall, and he goes, "I don't want to fight you, bro." And he started like crying. Like, right on the... Long story short, we didn't play dodgeball the rest of junior year in fitness and weight training.
Oh, Mr. Wells.
Yeah,
I remember
that. It didn't help that like there was only like eight of us in there anyway, so it was like you often felt like you were being targeted in dodgeball because there was only like eight kids. Yeah. So it was like, why do you keep hitting me?
You know, like pop-up dodgeball, like.
Yeah.
Free for all, but then sometimes you have like one teammate.
Everyone. I always team.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Me and Dimitri.
My fitness in my class.
Just go around.
Just clear the class.
My one teammate, and I'd be like, "No, don't go!" And he'd just run around, and he'd run point blank to someone and throw the ball at him, and then they'd just catch it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How?
Was this when in 9th grade?
It was 10th grade.
10th.
I don't know. I took the class 3 times.
I was gonna say I remember. It was a different atmosphere for you guys. I remember it was a different atmosphere in the wrestling room than it was in the gym.
You go free for all.
It was like the energy was like amped up. Like you were in the wrestling room. You could literally dive anywhere.
Dude, I did it on hardwood floor,
Yeah.
which is my issue. I ruined my body. Like,
That's what I'm trying to say. Like it was, dude. It was pretty intense. It was a war zone. You'd step in.
Contact.
Dude, I remember I used to do this thing. People would come in from the doors in the wrestling room, and I would personally chuck it like at the people coming in. I was like, ah, boom, and they would like hit them on the way in, and they would like decide not to, and they would leave, and I was like, one less guy I gotta worry about.
Yeah, there was one time I think it was in the wrestling room. I was throwing a ball at someone. Nate comes out and right in front of me, point blank in the face, blasted him. Glass is gone. I felt like he ran in front of my dude.
I've done that so many times.
The other thing too with the wrestling room is even when you're out, you're still in the war zone because you're just sitting down and balls are flying left and right. I remember the one time Clint was like sitting and I was like, "Yo, Clint, as soon as you get up," and I'm like talking to him. Beamed in the face, dude. Like I'm talking about.
I was about to say, people like that are up, hide behind people that are down sometimes.
Yeah. And I was like, Clint, you got it, and I got hit right in the ear, and it's like a flashbang going. You're like,
Yeah, for dodgeball, I always aim for the head.
You're like leaning back.
Me too.
Or if you aim the head, you
What
get
was
that.
I saying?
Actually, a lot. I
Only
always
for some
aimed at
dodgeball.
the feet because people always ducked. Literally, the always thing I was good with the feet because no one jumps.
Yeah,
No one ever jumps.
I was gonna say I took advantage of that, and I was like one of the few that did. I would always jump because I was like afraid someone was gonna hit my feet.
I fake throw and then they jump and then I hit them.
Yeah. I did a lot. What I'll do sometimes I'll throw the ball, like fake throw it, and then.
Well, do you remember when it came to dodgeball, we didn't realize our skills at GM, kind of. We didn't think that the skills of GM would affect people in the outside world, but then we'd go to Get Air. Yeah.
Which was like a jump. Which
It was not
Oh, I remember
the place.
I feel bad for a kid.
Mm-hmm.
The one kid I like cannonballed, and his glasses again. I don't know why they always break in half. Broke it dead center. One flew out of the ring on the trampoline outside, and the other part fell into his hand. Starts screaming. He was probably like 8 years old, and he just took like a baseball to the face. Well, anyway, long story short.
Guys that tried to fight us.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I like
We just kept trucking.
Yeah.
Get him out.
Waiting in line, and the one like
Yeah.
was, like aggro towards
He's like,
and then like he just punched the wall.
Yeah, I remember that.
yeah, he was like,
It's bros dodgeball.
I remember talking to Dimitri. I said, listen, if he comes after you, we're getting involved like right away. I was like, as if he comes after you, no matter. I'm like, don't like do anything because we're just gonna fucking kill him. It was like, and his group. He's like, if they pull a knife, we're gonna go out the brown bag. It's like I had a whole plan. I don't know why. I was like,
I can understand her frustration.
Yeah.
Literally, we would as soon as they were in, we would target them, which was like a mean thing to do. We like always target them. They did it to us afterwards, but it was bad.
He's like, I remember, yeah, like he was like upset because we would like hold the ball, and then he's like, what are you waiting for? And the one time somebody I think was like, we're waiting for you to come in. And he's like, I'm not playing this, and it was like all upset.
Yeah, we'd all be on one side and just kill them all.
Because he's like, I mean. It was what, like $8? I don't know why you're getting so upset, but whatever.
Free.
It was like $2.
Oh yeah, it was free for us.
How long did that last?
I still have some more.
Yeah, I still have points.
But can you use them to get in still?
Yeah.
Or do they fix it?
You can't get any more points, but I've got like $1,000 worth. I'm set for life.
If you ever want to go back, it's not even owned by the same people anymore.
Yeah, they probably honestly
The system might change.
better now?
It's called like
Timmy, my family went
something squirrel.
Oh
It's
yeah,
something
that
squirrel.
means the points are probably gone.
It's
then,
like
I guess.
Flying Squirrel Park now. Anyway, vertical jump was better anyway.
Yeah.
It was a little bit more expensive, but it's way better.
Part wasn't better.
Well, yeah, because no
balls are too
one
big.
was in it.
Balls were like
The trampolines were better.
Yeah, I would also say like the adventure courses and stuff are way better too.
And they
It's
have
just more for your money.
A rock wall there.
Yeah.
There's like a bunch of stuff, and they have the whole like other like part, and also they have like the platforms. I think in the middle of the trampolines are just way better too. It's like an extra like $4, but
there's that one area where you can just jump in the pit and do like.
I think it's funny the waivers at those places is like sign away this, sign away that, and then the animations show like what you're not supposed to do, and it shows like the stick figure like snapping
breaking his
his
neck.
whole spine. I'm like, oh my god,
I've landed on my head before.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I owned a trampoline. Yeah, that happened all the time. You'd land on your head, and that's why I don't do flips anymore. Because I literally landed like on my head. And I was like, no more.
Yeah,
of that.
that's why I don't do backflips because I like landed
They're
on
fun.
my like neck, and then I was like, I like couldn't walk for like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
You
Backflip.
can join the backflip game.
I've done one before, and I'll do it in the pools, but nope, I refuse to do it on a trampoline because I remember just like you're saying, it's like it's not even that you're like afraid. It's just like I know the consequences if you do it wrong.
Yeah, you're done.
just
It's
like-
not worth it.
It's just like I'll stick to front flips. Equally dangerous though.
Yeah.
You know, less chance. I feel like there's less chance because your weight is going so fast forward that if you landed kind of on your head, you kind of somersault over on your back.
Yeah, I would. It's definitely
Like,
way
you're
more
running
safe
over, like-
forward
'Cause
because
it's-
you know what you can see. You're getting backflip. You can.
Well, it's
mess
just
up
because
that.
like it's also faster. Like you know, like when you do a backflip, it's very like
It depends how you
Like,
do
just
it.
'cause, like, when
Yeah.
you front flip, it's easier to like curl your
yeah,
body.
like the weight transfers over faster. So if you
I think
mess
it's worse
it
when
up,
you do a front flip because you can like scorpion on accident.
oh, if you overextend,
Yeah.
well, that's
Yeah, you're right.
When you do a backflip, you can curl up in your spiral like this, so it'll be fine.
Oh,
but if you
you're-
do
yeah.
front, it'll be like.
I guess that's true. But I mean, I guess when you do a front, you have better viability.
I
Like,
I
you're
never
gonna
have
mess up
that
an
problem
arm,
where I go
but
too far.
I'm worse at front flips, so it's
Yeah,
fine.
like no, we'd like front flip like over the middle parts and stuff, and you'd miss it by like a fraction of a
fall.
millimeter, and you're like, "Dong!" I remember a few times you would just like eject your body out. It's like, whoa,
Oh my god.
yeah.
I mean, speaking of dangerous things, what's some like dangerous things you guys have done? I remember one time when we went.
Hickory
This-
run.
No,
I was
it
gonna
was
say I almost died
recently
there.
when we went camping recently, where you literally jumped.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
jumped down like
yeah.
10
That was,
feet.
you literally, if you
I-
didn't stop yourself, you could have like died. That
Yeah.
was bad.
I was just
I
gonna
would've
say
caught
Hickory
him.
Run. Do you remember the falls? The one we went there twice. It was like the
Small,
fall.
like, area where you jump.
Yeah.
He tried to jump
Yeah.
to me.
I tried to jump from like a ledge. It was like a ledge with like rocks, and you can't climb straight down because it was like it was jagged like towards the waterfall. So I was like, I think I'm just gonna climb down the tree. I was like, I think that'll work. Well, the tree, like started to bend, and I thought it was gonna break, so I let go, and then I literally was just in free fall for like 2 seconds, and I reached out because I knew that there was another tree. I can't hear myself anymore, so it's gonna be all weird. I knew that there was gonna be like another tree there as like a backup plan. So when I was like falling, I was like falling and I knew it was gonna be there, so I grabbed it on the way down, and it just like my whole hand just like got all ripped up, and like yeah, my thigh like bounced off the tree, and I like slid down the tree for like 8 feet, and I was like, that was a close one. And it was like Clint was like didn't help the situation at all because he was the one like closest to me. And he goes, "Hey bro, there's like some rocks down there too." It's like, thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it was like didn't like understand the gravity of the situation whatsoever. But it was all right.
He just goes and lays in the earth.
Yeah, he like crawled like in like the like sandwich part where I was trying to jump to, and then he's just like.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah.
With bugs.
I was like,
wet.
hey, yo, Clint, don't roll off, because you got about 40 feet below you. And he's like, okay. He's very carefree,
Yeah.
which is sometimes a bad thing.
So is that your
At the
big...
Grand Canyon.
Is that the... Yeah, you guys can go too.
Okay, I was gonna say, for me, I was really little. There was this huge hill we had that's like, from Walmart? Like that huge hill we have? Yeah. I decided to take a scooter down it. Bad idea. Literally going so fast, the thing just
Did you like
flies up.
speed wobble? That's always when you know you're in trouble, when you're going so fast that it goes...
Dude, I don't even remember. It was
Yeah.
it would literally just like, I flew off it, fell onto the road, almost got hit by a car. I literally rolled. I probably, if I didn't roll, I would have been done. Because there was a car that was
happened to me
going like
too.
45 miles
You
per
know the
hour.
hill to like the subdivision?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I did that on a scooter and I fell into a ditch and Brandon told our parents that
Yeah,
I
you were
died.
dead.
Oh, yeah. He's like, Owen's dead. I remember hearing this story.
And I came home like, I'm not dead.
He's like, I'm not dead.
And when that happened, my
Bad.
whole body, I had literally scabs in my
Yeah.
whole front body. It was terrible.
That's how Brandon broke his arm too.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I flipped over my handlebars 2 years ago because there was down by the lake.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, dude, there's so
Come
many.
on,
That's
dude.
what I mean. There's so many stories. Do you know down by the lake though? They have those the house. It's like the lake, and then they have the houses right across the street.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? When the whole way down, like down to the park, there was
hit
a
a rock?
family. No, there was a family, and they were at the house, and the little kid, he was probably like 2, crossed the street right as I was biking. Didn't see me. So I slammed on the brakes, flipped over, landed on my back. I still have the scar. And I instantly, my whole back was covered in blood. And the lady was like, you probably just saved his life. And I was like, yeah. And, like, if I would have hit him, he definitely would have, like, bounced his head off the concrete. Like, like maybe not died, but definitely, like, severely injured the 2-year-old. I was like,
Run him over.
and I, like, couldn't even
Ba-bum.
breathe. She's like, you dropped your Gatorade too. I was like, call an ambulance. Like I was like just sitting there.
Brandon did that in front of an ambulance, remember?
Yeah.
We were biking and he ran over a rock and
Yeah.
face planted right in front of the ambulance.
Yeah, he almost got hit by an ambulance.
right in front of the EMT. They're just like, don't even bother calling. We're here.
And Juan did it too.
I did it by Fat Willie's, was it?
He hit the parking thing and just flipped.
There was a pebble like impaled in my helmet. There's
Yeah.
multiple pebbles.
Dude, that was so funny.
Well, how about him on your graduation night? Didn't your brakes fail on the way down the?
No, what was I like?
Your chain fell
there
off?
was one time when I was biking out with you guys where literally the wheel came off my bike. It wasn't that the wheel just came off.
Yeah.
But that time I think the chain just flew off.
Yeah, so you couldn't
Yeah, we had to it was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the brakes didn't work on the bike anyways. The bike didn't have brakes anymore.
Yeah,
The
so,
chain came off, so it was just bad.
Yeah, it was like there's no way to
Just
Did you
stop.
jump
stop
off?
or move.
Yeah, I
or
think
turn
didn't I
or
jump
pedal.
off? I
Or
think.
use your feet too, but
Yeah, but we were going fast. I didn't.
It was down. Yeah, it was down the bagel shop
Yeah.
hill.
I think I did just eject off the bike,
Yeah.
but it was near grass. So I was fine. I don't remember exactly, but I just remember there was no brakes. Chain came off. We were going so fast.
That happened to my bike before. I was going down that hill. It was like at 11 o'clock at night,
Oh no.
and my brakes. What?
The
The one
West
on
Avenue.
Angling.
Yeah.
I mean, West Avenue.
Yeah.
The brakes broke, and I went through the intersection into the yard. Like I almost.
no.
There was a big rock and a big tree that barely.
Oh.
I'd been done if I hit it.
Went from back closed. I was biking home back to, like near the college,
Mm-hmm.
and I went by the bagel shop, and I was going like super fast because I was just the momentum from that hill.
Yeah.
And I was just going, and I went by the bagel shop, and I went through the road, and I thought I was going onto the ramp, and I just went straight into the curb. I just went flying right onto the sidewalk.
Oh my
Like,
god.
right next to the oncoming traffic.
Yeah.
And like I'm lucky.
Dude, that was like the one time I was with Clint biking home. We would always like just leave his house at like midnight and then go places. We were on the way home and I was changing my music and I biked right into a pole, and my bike, like my whole left side of the bike exploded and I smacked my head off the pole, and then Clint ran into me because I had stopped. So I was like, boom, and I was like, oh crap, and then he ran into me and I was like,
Remember when all of us, like, I don't know, we biked from like Wendy's or something, like to Clint's house, but we went down like the back roads, like on Crane and all that.
Yeah.
And then we went on to Lay.
Yeah.
And then it was us three, and then like I don't remember.
It was
Someone like crashed into your bike.
no, he braked.
Yeah, you were in the way, so I broke, and then like I went all the way like 180 degrees in the air, smashed down the tire like bend
the
two.
That's the same day where I did the front flip over the.
Oh,
yeah.
it still messed up the tire. So
I remember the tire was literally. Like,
Dude, that was like part, like that's like a pinnacle part of like for me, like growing up, was like learning how to like fix bikes and like
I would
like,
fix the chain
keep
with a
them up.
stick.
Like
Yeah,
everything,
that
like
was-
everything that could have gone wrong with a bike, I was like prepared for because it had happened to me at one point. Chain off, brakes gone, handlebars off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fixing a bike chain is super easy now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like all this, like
You
all
do
this,
the
like
stick, so
practical
it's
bike
like-
knowledge. It was also just like about the gears and stuff too, and like we would always like. I remember like a few times where we would just like let our bikes go, like when we were coming over to your house, like they would just like fall in the yard, and then you'd like have to like fix it, and then yeah, it was fun though. We gotta do that again.
We gotta hold our handlebars,
Biking at
each
night.
other's handlebars, and go down the hill.
That was
Yeah.
Remember that?
We held each other's
I
handlebars.
like smashed my finger inside the
I
brake.
still have the I still got a scar from that too on my ankle because somebody's like pedal like
I don't
went
think I was
into me.
there.
I was like,
What hill was it at?
it was
In the
it wasn't
college.
even no, it was not even the hill. Do you know the stop? There's a three-way
Oh wait, I
stop.
think I was there. Yeah, I was there.
At the
There's
university.
the
Yeah.
three-way stop, yeah, right before you like, and the lake thing is to
Uh-huh.
your left.
The guy where he mows. at
Yeah.
night.
Yeah, it's barely like a hill. I mean, it's
The fact that we did that was scary.
Dude, it
As
was
soon as you,
so-
go down, you have no control.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
How many of us was it did it? Like
It was
literally was.
All of us.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it was all six.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
No,
like,
I don't think I did it. I
It was
probably
either
up
5 or
further.
6. Anyway,
Uh.
so being on the edge wasn't horrible, but if you were one of the guys in the middle, it
Yeah,
was the
okay.
worst thing in the world. Because you could not do anything. If someone messed up, you're definitely going to get your body
I was just
destroyed
so
somehow.
scared. Every time, as soon as you let go and you go down, I'm like, I don't want to fall and then just fold. Like,
Yeah, the one time I got hurt, actually, I think it might not have been. I'm pretty sure it was you though. You were like to my left, and then I was like, and I started to go, and then you're like, all right, wait, hold up, and nobody on the right heard you. So everyone just like went, and then I just like let go and crashed. I was like, bro, my ankle.
I remember when you destroyed my back tire, Eugene. He ran his bike
yeah,
ran
mine
into my
did.
back tire and then destroyed the
Oh, wait.
spoke.
wait, was this when like I was? Is this like near my house?
I think we were going to Clint's house from the college.
I don't remember.
I was like biking and then you didn't see me somehow and then you ran into the back of my bike and it destroyed one of the
Oh,
spokes.
'cause I remember another time like near my house. I was like mocking someone else and when they biked.
Oh, I remember that. He made me go in a friggin' ditch.
I was like doing this and I just like ran into him and then you just fell in the ditch and I was like, oh.
Dude, well, I remember the one time I was with Clint and Ben. There was this is during the day. All of these other stories probably happened at night, but this was during the day. There was like a large cup in the middle of the just chilling in the middle of the sidewalk. So I biked into it at full speed, and it was full of iced tea. And it blew up all over me. And I like tasted it, and it was all warm and stuff. And the cup like flew back into the road, and like sprinkled iced tea the entire way down. And it was like, all right, my clothes are just Destroyed now.
The one thing I've always wanted to do is, while someone's biking, take a stick and put it right in the spoke. I've always wanted to do that.
I feel like on the way in, the stick would just like shatter.
Yeah.
Unless it's a big one.
Yeah, I mean, I think it depends on the type. If it was a thin
Well, you gotta
stick,
make sure it fits.
But if it was kind of a thick stick, you put it in, yeah, they're
It
done.
would just break the spokes.
Dude,
Yeah.
I was biking home one time, and then some like a group of people like drove by in like some old like looking sedan, and they said something. I didn't hear what they said, and they threw something at my bike, like on my back tire, and it was a dead squirrel.
What?
What? Oh my god!
I was like, what the hell? I was like, why would they do this?
How old were they?
Probably
I
college.
was like a freshman, sophomore in high school.
Dude, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's like weird.
Yeah, just.
Throwing a
Like-
dead squirrel.
He's like, oh, where's that squirrel?
That's disgusting.
Oh man, that's terrible.
Well, I think that was a pretty good episode, actually. My face hurts from smiling. All right,
Yeah.
thanks for joining us on episode 21. Have a good one, Lil Green Bryce. See ya. Bye.
Bye.